Kansas, and they had individual prizes, individual contests. In the fiber friction, making the fiber friction with a bow and spindle, I set up my equipment, my tinder, and made my first attempt there in a contest. I built a fire with my bow and spindle in 17 seconds, establishing the first world speed record by that method. I also won the water boiling contest in that same field day. They didn't call them camporees, they called them field days. I got some pretty much skinned up shins scaling the walls, in the wall scaling. I didn't get any prize in that. Entered in the tent pitching. I was into everything. We used the old Army surplus pup tents from World War I. It took two halves to make a complete tent. One scout would carry half of it, another scout would carry the other half. When you got to camp, you'd button them together, and two of you could sleep in the same pup tent. I still have 3 of those pup tents at home, bought from World War I surplus. So, scouting went along real good in my high school years with those kind of activities. Well, by August of 1926, Dad felt the farm was slipping, wasn't making very much money, and things was getting kind of on the tough side. So he sold the farm. We moved to Sand Springs, Oklahoma. That's just 6 miles out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, the oil capital of the world. When I arrived at Sand Springs, first time I'd ever lived in town, first time I'd ever enjoyed modern plumbing, first time I ever enjoyed electric lights. I was raised under candle lights or kerosene lights and things of that sort. That's the way I studied my scout book, under kerosene lamps. So you talk about a country boy going to the city and being greenhorn. I was one of them. But I soon adjusted to city life, got acquainted with some of the boys there in the scout troop, Troop 101. I immediately went to Tulsa, Oklahoma on the interurban electric railway and went to the scout office on Boulder Avenue, and I met the scout executive. His name was Howard W. Myers, the chief scout executive. Introduced myself, showed him my registration card from Coffeyville and everything. Boy, he took me in with open arms. And he sat there with, in full uniform, just like I'm sitting here tonight, only had his coat on, his Smoky Bear hat and everything. He wore that all the time in his office. You never seen him in a dress